If there's a story that sums up the racism and stupidity of the alt-right, it's the story of Corey Conley. Now, if you don't know who this guy is, he is a Trump Reddit troll who constantly posts on alt-right sites like The Donald and just trolls about everything and writes really racist shit. So recently he posted this, I think it was on The Donald, so have a look at the photo on screen, and he says, "I'm about to report an illegal immigrant who goes to my school to ICE. Out, out, out," as a flare. This guy's got such a punchable face, and he's obviously wearing the Make America Great Again hat. He's got, I think it's the God Emperor Trump, he's got a painting of it, which is so fucking sad. But this isn't the only thing he's done, so people search for his history, and he wrote numerous racist posts. So one he wrote, he said, "I prefer not to watch a member of my race being defiled by a negroid and partaken in copulation in an abominable manner." That's obviously really, really racist. And then he comments on something saying, "What's your most radical opinion?" saying, "Blacks on average have the lowest IQ of any ethnicity." Again, very racist. In another post talking about someone who won't celebrate Christmas, he says, "If this happened where my family's from, he would have had the utter fucking shit beaten out of him with an inch of death, maybe a couple inches past. What a fucking garbage trash. Utter scum. I'd like to hammer bamboo shoots under his toenails and cut each and every one of his fingers off, a joint at a time, and cauterize each wound to keep him from bleeding out and missing the pain he so richly deserves." So this guy's obviously like a psychopathic piece of shit, you know, who fantasizes about doing that? Just some crazy fucking alt-right nerd. He's obviously just a massive piece of shit, you know, just reporting his classmate, and how does he even know they're illegal? He probably just assumes because they're Hispanic or whatever. So some sweet justice, really. He had a lot of his personal info in his Reddit account, so people forwarded it to his school, and he actually got kicked out. So he was a senior at Gainesville High School, and the principal said the student who made the postings is no longer attending GHS. And he went on to say, "I could not disagree more with the ideas in these posts. They certainly do not represent our school's culture. GHS is a wonderfully diverse school where students come together and do amazing things. One student does not speak for 1,800 classmates. While this is an extremely unfortunate situation, I hope it also serves as a learning opportunity for our students." And Corey did not respond to the reporters, you know, asking for a comment. And I think this just sums up the whole alt-right really nicely. You know, they're incredibly racist. You know, some of the stuff on that, I can't even believe it's allowed on Reddit. It also shows, you know, the work Reddit has to do. A sub like The Donald and other alt-right sites, they can post all that shit he was saying, and they're not getting banned, or the users aren't getting banned. So that's something Reddit needs to look at. But he's also so stupid. Why is he putting his face in all these posts? Does he not think it's going to get back to him? It's the internet. And he actually deleted the post. But obviously, you know, nothing stayed deleted on the internet. And it came back to really bite him, and he got kicked out. So, I don't know. He's a senior in high school, so I could say maybe this will help him learn. Because a lot of Trump supporters on the internet are actually just little kid trolls. So they're not actually adults. You get a lot of adults too, but you know, he just probably thinks it's cool to say all this racist shit. Do you remember there was that video where there was a teenager, or someone maybe in his, you know, early 20s, marching at white supremacist march, and then a black guy came up to him, and he got so scared he like took off all the outfit he was wearing. I think it was like some Confederate outfit, and then he was saying he only liked to do it for a laugh and shout white power and stuff. So just like these idiot little troll kids, and like this guy Corey, you know, hopefully he learns his lesson. But also I just want to link this back. Alt-right is not some, like, you know, alternative conservative movement. It is essentially a white supremacist Nazi movement. If you need any more proof, his comments were, you know, up for 44 days on these sites. If it was really not a racist movement, don't you think the mods of these subreddits would take them down? That just shows how racist they really are, and there's no way you can defend them anymore. And, you know, Donald Trump, I don't care what you say, people can't defend it. He actually is a racist. You call, you know, countries shitholes where black people come from. You say all Haitians have AIDS. You say all Nigerians live in huts. He's a racist president, and it's not surprising all these followers are racist. So let's just stop pretending, and let's call it for what it is. It's racism. Alt-right are racist. Alt-right are white supremacists, and for the large part, they're essentially Nazis as well. And they've made it into a meme where you can't even label as Nazis, like, oh, you're such a snowflake, you're calling everyone a Nazi. No, did you know, hear what I read that he posted, which was allowed up on these sites? It just shows the movement for what it is in its entirety. They allow people to post stuff like that. It's even encouraged, you know, report all these kids to ICE. You know, they might not be illegal, or they might be illegal, but, you know, how much of a cunt do you have to be to look at your classmate? He might be illegal. I'll report him to the immigration services. Hopefully he gets deported. He's probably, you know, never really known another country but this, but I'll get him deported because I'm a fucking idiot. So yeah, I just thought it was a nice story. It sums up the alt-right movement in general, and yeah, a nice bit of comeuppance for Corey, and hopefully he learns from it. But I don't really care, you know. I'm glad he got expelled. He's a piece of shit, really. And by being a senior in high school, you should probably know better than to post all that stuff in the first place. And if you're going to post it, don't post your fucking face, because, you know, someone's going to find out who you are and do what they did to him.